What's up, everybody? It's J.Bleu. Welcome to today. Sorry, I'm not with Lady D today. I'm sorry about that. Sorry, I'm not with Lady D today. She had a previous engagement, but there's something I want to talk about today. And the topic today is called Segregation and Unification. Now, as we all know, there's a lot of things that we battle in this country today. And one of them happened to be my fight is for not only for those who don't have a voice for themselves, but also my fight is for fight against racism in this country. So when I was in high school, shout out to Mr. Bryant and Miss Towns. They implemented a program called African American History in school. And one thing I learned about African American history in school was how significant people of color were into this country. But that's not my point. My point is, which I learned, that Mr. Bryan said, it would be very difficult for this country to come together as one. Regardless, let's erase the back. Let's just look at erasing the past, not looking about how this country was built, and let's talk about today. He said it would be very difficult to heal this country because one thing, common denominator for all people in this country is we believe in God. What the majority of us do. We believe in God. We go to church on Sunday. We go to church on Saturday. We have Bible study. We do all these different things. Hi, Dave. But the biggest issue is that when we all go to our churches, we all go to our separate churches. So I remember, I got to look at my history, look at my history lesson, figure out and realize that what year they try to integrate school, because the schools are segregated according to color. And then they had integration, a support of people. Hi, Ernest. There was a support of people that came together to help to integrate schools, unify the schools so everyone can come together in one group. That was huge in our history. But still today, we fight so many negatives. Hi, Sister Beatrice. We fight so many negatives today in this country when it comes to race. And it's my duty to help the world to come together and erase the hate. So this is my erase the hate movement, because a lot of people who know who I am and just want to look at me because of my color may really miss out on what a wonderful person I can be to them, or I can miss out a lot on what a beautiful person you are could be to me, and how we can help one another if we look at each other as a color. If we look at each other as not only that, if you look at me as a woman, if you look at me as a man, if you look at me as someone who's disabled, these things create dissension. These things create false perceptions of what a person's capabilities are. But the first place I think we need to all come together is at the church. And that brings you back, Mr. Bryant. Again, shout out to Mr. Bryant, who was my African American history class, and I believe in 1990, he was my teacher in African American history. And he told me, he said, it's very difficult for people of the country to come together, black and white, because on Sundays, whites go to their church, blacks go to the church. I'm not saying everybody, I'm talking about the majority. Blacks go to their church, whites go to their church, Spanish people go to their church, people of different nationalities go to their own separate churches. But yet, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, we want to kumbaya and say we all need each other, we love each other, erase the hate. But as soon as Sunday comes around, we all go to our separate churches. The most segregated day of the week just so happens to be Sunday. So with that in mind, I said, why don't we as people decide to go to other churches? I take them to churches that have been predominantly white. I've been to churches that have been predominantly Spanish. I've been to churches that have been predominantly Nigerian. Shout out to Sister Beatrice. I've been to churches that have been predominantly African American. I've been also to churches who were integrated. A church that was located in Pennsauken called the World Harvest Ministry Church. And it was the first time I've ever been in a church where I've seen flags of different colors, flags of different nationalities of all countries. I've seen people that were preaching that were Spanish, that were from Canada, that were from Africa, that were from Russia, that were from Ireland. I was so blessed by that because if I felt like I was in a place where I was home, I felt like I was in a place where everybody cared about me. I felt like I was in a place where everybody mattered. And from these certain timestamps in my life, it just always brought me in because I've been in a situation where I was judged by my color. I was judged because they use those stereotypes in order to create negative mindsets about me because they don't know who I am, and because people say, "Oh, of course she's that way because she's black, or she's that way because she's whatever." And I've also gone to the city. Oh, look at her! She thinks she's white. Oh, look at the way she talks and things like that and the other. And the thing is, it has nothing to do with that. The fact of the matter is that we are all of one blood. We are all of one kind. We are all of one of the human race. God created each and every one of us equally. And it is my duty to, like I said before, it is my duty to try to do what I can to erase the hate that when it comes to division, because I have many friends that are people that are white. I have many friends of people that are Spanish. I have many friends of people that are from other cultures, Nigeria, Ghana, South Africa, Irish, Russian. I have people of many different nationalities that I consider to be my friends, and they consider me to be their friends. And we all have a common denominator, which is God. We all, Muslim friends, Jewish friends, Christian friends, and I love each and every one of them equally. And even if we don't have the same faith, I still respect what they believe in. Because at the end of the day, we say in church, God is love, right? God is love. And even though we may know the truth, at the same time, we have to understand true teaching comes through wisdom and knowledge, understanding. You have to have great understanding. So if you don't have understanding, you don't have knowledge or wisdom, you need to back down because you're nothing but a negativity, and you do nothing but to tear down the relationships amongst all God's people. You are not, I can't even say on camera what I think that you are. And for all those people that are in positions to make a difference, it really pains me if you don't use your platform to bridge the gaps. And this is not about color. This is about human race, about men, about women, about different cultures. I appreciate all cultures of the world. Yes, there are negatives in a lot of cultures, but there's groups of people that want to focus on the positive, but you have to be knowledgeable and know how to address each and every issue with knowledge and with wisdom. And that's something that I want to do. But first, it all starts in the church. It starts in the church. And the reason why I say this today, because our country, majority of us go to church on Sundays. We're going to praise the Lord and we say, God, help us. Thank you. We want to thank you. We're grateful. How about I'm just not grateful for my food that I have. I'm not just grateful for the clothes I have, the place where I live. How about I'm grateful for each and every person I've come in contact with who do not look like me, and I appreciate who they are. I love their culture, the rich culture, because everybody in the world can bring something to the plate. We have to acknowledge that. We can't just say, I'm a massage therapist. Massage therapy was not created in America, even though my ancestry goes back to Africa. I don't know who I am, but I'm a massage therapist, and everyone knows that a lot of massage therapy is usually associated with people that are of are Asian, specifically the Chinese, even though they're not the only ones. But here I am making a living for my family and my children, working in the art of massage, that is a well-known Chinese art. And I'm grateful to be able to provide for my family with the education that I've attained through schooling for massage. But imagine, I couldn't imagine someone from China saying they don't like me because I don't know what I'm doing, because I'm practicing an art that didn't originate with me. But many of my clients say I'm great, and I'm great at what I do. But I appreciate where the origin came from. I appreciate that the origin came from, without my knowledge, I didn't have researches, the knowledge that I've learned from the Chinese and in the art of massage. I appreciate that. I appreciate every culture and what they've given to the world, what God given to them and what they've given to the world. But one common denominator, whether you're Jewish, Muslim, or Christian, we all believe in God. We love him. We say we serve him. But the most segregated day of the week is Sunday. Why is that? So I think that we should change that. I think we should make a change. I think that we should learn how to unify in the churches and get a greater understanding of each other. I'm not saying that we just jump in, groups of people, large groups of people going to a church, but the pastors and the ministers really need to get together and talk about unification. I don't know what I would have done with a lot of my brothers and sisters. I have a lot of support from my white brothers and sisters. I have a lot of support from my Black brothers and sisters. I have a lot of support from my Nigerian brothers and sisters, a lot of support from my Russian brothers and sisters. I have a lot of support from my Italian brothers and sisters. I have a lot of support from my Irish, you name it, the list goes on and on. So let us erase the hate. Let us unify. The segregation in the churches, which most people don't talk about. Let's talk about that. We say we're all believers of God. So let's try to unify these churches. Let us reach out. Let's go out and just say hello. We could listen to Adele's song, "Hello, it's me." Why don't we just go and start to unify these churches? So I don't have much to say today. Usually at the radio station, EHA 88.7 with the beautiful Lady D. Today she had a previous obligation, and we will be back on next week, I promise you. And I just want to thank each and every one of you for listening in. I thank each and every one of you for taking the time out to show the support to go and watch me live, because each and every one of you matter to me. So I just want to say I thank you. Let's unify those churches. The most segregated day of the week is Sunday, but yet we all talk unification. Let's do this, all right? And if so, just leave me a comment below. You can email me. My email is Bleupit Records, BLEUPIT Records @gmail.com. I'm reporting to you from I Will Studios. And I just want to say thank you, and I love you, and have a wonderful, blessed day. Bye, everyone.